Along with the prestige that comes with winning a nationals like this, comes the potential for better crews, better equipment, and some major attention for these guys' Olympic campaigns. I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV, and we're here at the third and final day of the Nacra 17 49er FX Nationals at Oakcliff Sailing Center in Oyster Bay, New York. This is David Edwards from Heron Financial Group. What are you seeing out there today?
So today it's a light wind day, only 4 knots of breeze. That'll be a chance for the leaders to demonstrate they can sail in all weather conditions. It might be an opportunity for some of the crews that have not been so successful to move up.
That's right, and they only have 2 races to do it in. There's going to be a championship race and a final medal race where the points are doubled, so a lot is at stake.
And they'll have the award ceremony right here on the beach right after the races are over.
The first start is for the 49ers. It's wind against tide and a very small line, giving everyone a challenge. All clear. It's a split off the start. The breeze has been very shifty during that postponement. We'll see which side pays off later. The story in the FX class is Wade Waddell and Ian McDermott have pretty much got a lock on, but Paris Henkin and Kristen Lane are only 2 points apart. The way that these masts were designed, they were designed to take gusts very quickly. There's no bang, there's no out haul, so no need to change gears. In this breeze, they're just acting as walls, hopefully. Fred Strammer and Zach Brown have been trading blows with Andrew Malaris and David. Jibe for jibe coming into this bottom mark. They're going to split. In the Nacra 17s, Sarah Newberry and John Casey have 1, and Mike Easton and Pettibone have 2. But the next race will be double points, so anything can happen. The Nacra 17 start was a bit delayed, so they're getting in the bad air of the 49ers. Here's Sarah Newberry in boat 3 to leeward, trying to keep off the boat to windward. Fred Strammer and Zach Brown proved that their upwind skills, sets and maneuvers probably made the difference there. Rounding in first with the green kite. And in first, going around for the Nacra 17, it's brother and sister Sophia Schultz. Second, Jeremy Wilmot. Close action at the top. Fred Strammer, Zach Brown, still in the lead coming into the finish line as the Nacra 17s punching behind them for their leeward mark. Proving they can do it in heavy air or light air. Fantastic job. They'll go into the medal race with a nice, comfortable lead now. Deb Capozzi looked like they were in first, but the Deliscu brothers, Campbell Briggs, snuck in on the last jibe. And on this leg where there's no passing lanes, they will cross the line first. Nice job, boys. Our class leaders just crossed the line in 4th, Kristen Lane, Maggie Shea in 6th. Definitely proving that these light air conditions are shaking things up. Jeremy Wilmot first across the line, and there are no signs of our class leaders. There's Sarah Newberry, John Casey crossing the line in 4th. Medal race is up next. There's a match race going on at the pin end of the line between Brad Funk and Fred Strammer. Brad Funk is the reigning national champion. He's got to beat Fred by 3 votes. Looks like Fred took the best of that one. Fred and Brad are in the back of the pack. Fred doesn't even care about the rest of the fleet. All he has to do is beat 1450. It's a tough spot for Brad to be in. They're all the way on the bottom left. Fred Strammer just tacked out and let him go. He's going to go for the mark. Brad Funk's only hope is to get a little leverage on him. His crew's nickname is Superman, though, so maybe he can help with a miracle. These 2 teams can do no wrong, even though they weren't worried about the rest of the fleet. They're now 1-2 in this race. Fred Strammer is in complete control of this race, just shoving Brad Funk and Trevor Berg wherever he wants to on the course. Coming into the bottom mark, Brad has taken over the lead, but he needs to get the red kite and the silver kite between them. In between them, luffing them up, taking them out. This is match racing. There's a flag on the play. The judges are pointing a red flag at Fred Strammer. He is in the wrong. Now Brad has to stay in front of enough boats. Let Fred do some spins in the back of the pack. Brad Funk and Fred Strammer are so talented. They're using this fleet like a pawn in their game of chess. Fred Strammer and Zach Brown are rounding in 6th. That puts 4 boats between them. That's enough to take the national championship for Brad. Brad Funk and Trevor Bird will cross the finish line in 2nd. Now we have to count boats back to Fred to see if they've won. They finished with enough boats between them. This is their 2nd national championship in a row. Congratulations, Brad Funk and Trevor Bird. In the 49er FX class, the story is the same as the 49ers. The reigning national champions are sitting in 2nd place going into this medal race. Paris Henkin and Helena Scutt got a nice puff on the right side. They're rounding in 3rd. Right now, there are enough boats between them to contend for the national championship. Wade Waddle and Ian McDermott have a lot to accomplish in 3 more legs. Still possible. Elizabeth Dellenbaugh and Elizabeth Berry, Emily Dellenbaugh, leading this race. There's a lot of action going on behind them. The boys are still close though. If they pass 1 boat, the tie will go to them and so will the national championship. Paris Henkin, Helena Scutt, they're still in 2nd place, trying to cling to keep those boats between them and their competitors. The boys still have a shot here. They just got to get that kite up and make sure that Kristen Lane and Maggie Shea don't pass them. Mayumi Roller and Kayla McComb from the USVI will win the medal race. But the real action is right behind them. Paris Henkin and Helena Scutt are going to cross the finish line in 2nd. We have to count boats back to the boys. 1 boat is crossing the finish line now, and we need 2 more boats. 121 is in the middle of the pack around this last mark. Crossing the finish line right now means that the boats are tied, and from our map, the tiebreaker will go to the boys, Wade Waddell and Ian McDermott. Race committee could have made this starting line about the size of a pinball machine. Everyone is stacked up at the boat. Sarah Newberry and John Casey have pretty much a lock on this race, but 2nd is still up for grabs. Jeremy Wilmot and Louisa Chaffee won the championship race today, and the medal race looks like it's theirs too. The light air is definitely shaking things up with our 10th place boat, Dave Hyde, rating in 2nd, but our class leaders, Sarah Newberry and John Casey, in 3rd. Our battle for 2nd place is getting interesting. Mike Easton and Katie Pettibone rounding in the middle of the pack. They're gonna make some gains. Jeremy Wilmot has a firm control over this race, but Sarah Newberry and John Casey, all they really have to do is finish, and they'll have this championship in the bag. At present, 170, Mike Easton and Katie Pettibone will win 2nd. If they can stay in front of 172, it's going to be easy. Jeremy Wilmot and Louisa Chaffee, great job in these light conditions. The math might shake out to put them on the podium. And coming over in the line 2nd, Sarah Newberry, John Casey will take their national championship for 2014. Congratulations, guys.
We're here with the Nacra 17 winners, Sarah Newberry, John Casey. Tell me about today.
It was great. We didn't want to go out there and be heroes, but we wanted to get the job done, and we did. We sailed 2 really strong races.
Well, you had an incredible lead going into that last race, so it was nice and easy. You guys did a fantastic job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's easy to sail fast when you're relaxed, you know. So we were relaxed for that one. It was a good time.
For sure.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
We're here with the winners of the 49er class, Brad Funk, Trevor Bird. What were you thinking going into that last race?
Well, it was full on. We definitely had our work cut out for us to put enough boats between Fred and Zach and ourselves. Pretty hard feat to be able to do, and luckily the breeze was up enough to be able to make it happen.
And finally, the 49er FX winners. You guys did pull that last race off by the hairs of your chinny chin chin. What was going on in that race?
We had a hectic start and didn't get off the line very well, but we just got clear air and didn't tack too much and caught up and made our gains on the downwinds, and it was good.
Well, all the fleets are back on shore, all cleaning up, headed off to their next event. What did you see out there?
Actually, it was a light wind day. I think the wind maxed out at 8, but mostly it was around 6. What I took away from today was what a wonderful sport sailing is, because I saw teams that were co-ed, teams that were all boy, teams that were all girl, some sailors as young as 17, others as old as their mid-50s, and it just reminded me that sailing is a lifetime sport.
It really is. Thank you, David Edwards from Heron Financial Group, for joining us. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love. Thank you for joining us. This has been an incredible event, the Nationals for the 49er FX, 49er and Nacra 17s.